All right, everyone, we are joined by head coach Dana Holgorsen. We will ask that you use the raise your hand tool, and we'll get things sent your way. We will go ahead and lead off with Joseph Duarte.
Hey, Dana. I guess we'll start off with just your defensive effort there with the 8 sacks, and it looked like you guys just were able to get pressure and really do, not allow them to get a lot done in the second half.
8 sacks. Felt like more. Their quarterback's one of the toughest quarterbacks that I've ever competed against. You see that on video. You saw it last year when we played against them. He's beat up. They do quarterback run game with him. He gets hit. He got out of like probably 6 or 8 more sacks that could have happened. He's a heck of a ball player, man. That's kind of what we're becoming known for. I see it in practice all the time. These guys keep getting better. I think the coverage aspect of it helps too. I mean, we got really good cover guys. Coach Belk's doing a great job with those guys, getting them in long yardage situations, and then our guys can just pin their ears back and go. So it's fun to watch.
Send it over to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Dana, I know you've talked a lot about, your concerns with the depth at wide receiver, but tonight you were able to have guys like Jeremy and Keyshawn and Jalen all play major roles and come up with some big catches. Can you just talk about what you've seen from them, and just do you feel like this receiver group as a whole is, taking a step forward and sort of finding ways to, get more of them involved in the offense?
Yeah, I was really proud of those guys stepping up. Tank, got out in the beginning of the second quarter. He's been our go-to guy. We know these other guys can play. They just haven't at this point. So seeing those guys step up when we needed them to is huge. I mean, it was a big part of why we won this football game. Very happy for Jeremy Singleton. This is his home. To be able to come to New Orleans and make some game-changing plays is awesome. Told him I was proud of him just hanging in there. Was a little frustrated by not getting as many opportunities and just, you got to hang in there in those instances. Same thing with Jalen, a little discouraged for not, getting as many opportunities as they wanted. But when those opportunities, become available, you need to take advantage of them. And those 2 guys did tonight. So took a step in the right direction. There's no question. Keyshawn, same way. He's been kind of trending that way for the last couple of weeks. Gonna need them all. It's a long season. It's perfect time for a bye week right now. We're pretty healthy, but we're just tired. You've played 3 games in 16 days and two short weeks, and it's time for a bye week. And I think the whole team will use it to our advantage.
Send it back over to Joseph Duarte.
Dana, were you on that 4th down call to begin the second half? Were you looking to just maybe get something going there, or can you kind of on the 4th and 1?
I figured I'd get questioned for it. I don't care. I mean, it's our philosophy. We got to be able to convert extremely short yardage situations. I mean, most people in the country do that. I mean, you can question it all you want to. There's plenty of times that we did it and it worked and we went and scored.
Right.
Our 3rd and 4th and short is not good right now. A big part of that is what's going on with Clayton and his hamstring. I'm not gonna quarterback sneak him and have him leg drive stuff. I can't use him in the run game right now, which hurts us. So we're trying to be a little bit creative with what we're doing. That's why you saw us in the Wildcat. You saw us with some motions. Tulane's they're good on short yard situations. They pride themselves in being physical. And they did a good job. They got good push and they played good defense on those short yard situations. I don't regret that. We have a chart and we're going to follow that chart regardless of what the score is. We're going to follow the chart. We got to get better at short yard situations. I think when you see a healthy Clayton out there, I think our short yardage situations will improve much like they were last year.
Right. And on the flip side, they go for it, 3 times, and one time was deep in your territory and you guys stop it. So, I mean, you guys also stop them on several key ones, especially there in the second half.
Absolutely. You got to be able to take some chances to win in this game, and taking chances on fourth down, something that needs to happen. I don't think we were reckless with it. I don't think they were reckless with it. They had to make some plays on those fourth downs because the game was winding down. I thought we did a great job of defending that.
Gotcha.
Send it over to Rod Walker. Rod?
Hey, Coach, I saw that Clayton Turner was on the sideline. Did he talk to the team or anything before the game, or did you?
Now he got here just at kickoff. They wrapped up practice at 5:30. And so he came to our first game too. He's loyal. He's a loyal Coug, man. The team loves him. He loves the team. He loves the Cougs. Playing in his city, he's gonna come hang out with his guys. But he wasn't at the hotel. Didn't have a chance to talk to him. But he's gonna be around as much as he wants to be around. And got done with practice at 5:30 and shot over here. And was excited to have him on the sidelines. He means a lot to our team.
We'll head back over to Joseph Duarte and keep it open for one or two more from there.
Dana, DeAnthony Jones made that jarring hit there to lock the ball loose, and I guess he jumped on the ball right there. I mean, just that play sort of swung some of the momentum there and got you guys, an opportunity to score.
It was a huge turning point in the game. He made a play, and we know he possesses the ability to make that play. He's finally starting to be consistent with how he practices and how he approaches just pretty much everything. And to see him in that situation make that play is awesome. He helped turn the game there for us, and that was an awesome play to see him make.
Keep it open if there is one or two more for Coach before we let him go. All right, Coach, thanks so much for your time.
You bet. Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone, we are now joined by Clayton Tune. Please use the raise your hand tool and we'll get things sent your way. We'll go ahead and start with James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Clayton, y'all played 3 games in the course of 17 days and have been able to, win each one of them. What does that say about this team that y'all have been able to, take these short turnarounds and come out on top and just keep on winning?
It just kind of shows you the resiliency of us and the character of this team. We're not a team to back down and use that as an excuse. So I thought we did a really good job of coming out and executing and not worrying about, having a short week and playing to the best of our abilities.
We'll keep questions open here. Rod, if you had a question, we'll send it your way. If not, we'll move on to Joseph.
Hey, Clay, what was it just like to see Jeremy have a big game tonight?
It was awesome. He's a hard worker, and he's one of those guys that doesn't ever complain, and he works hard. And for him to come out and play like that in his home city is awesome. So I'm really happy for him, and he stepped up and made a lot of great plays. So it's good to see that.
Could you tell he was amped up for this one?
Yeah, he was. He's pretty excited. He's proud to be from New Orleans, and I'm sure he had a lot of family and friends here. So it was awesome to see him play like that in front of his family.
Send it over to Joseph Duarte.
Clayton, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Clayton, earlier in the week, Dana had mentioned that while you've been dealing with the hamstring, it's made you look at things different, maybe, be more of a pocket presence. Do you sense that in terms of, not being involved as much or not taking off on runs, that you sort of have stood back there and kind of done things to make the plays develop a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely had to change the way I played a little bit. I've always been a pretty athletic guy. And so, I like to use that when I play football. And sometimes I would use it too much in situations where I should have, stayed in the pocket and went through my reads and whatnot. So, my hamstring, feeling the way that it does is forcing me to play that way, and forcing me to sit back there and do things, that maybe I wasn't comfortable doing before. So, it's forcing me to do some good things. That
last, the drive that Jeremy scored at the end, you stood back there, 3 or 4 times and took some hits. I mean, is that just comes with the territory that you knew that you were gonna get them, but you just kind of had to stay there. And
yeah, that's like you said, it comes with the territory when you sit back there. you know, they were blitzing a lot more than we expected this game. They were manning us up and blitzing. So that's kind of what you get when you get that defense. And knowing that, you just have to sit back there and throw and deliver while getting hit. So
Send it over to James Mueller.
Yeah, Clayton, you mentioned Jeremy, but can you talk about some of the other guys like Keyshawn and Jalen and some of those receivers that really stepped up tonight with Tank, you know, being beat up, and just what they mean to this offense and how you were able to get all of them involved?
yeah, no, they're a huge part of this offense. You know, I thought they all did a great job of stepping up. You know, we told Jalen and the rest of those guys this week that they were going to have to step up and make plays, and they didn't shy away. They stepped up to bat. You know, Keyshawn made some really good clutch catches. Jalen had a few really good catches, and the rest of the guys, like Jeremy, like I said, Jeremy stepped up, and you know, they've all done a really good job, and they're all a huge part of our offense. So it's good to see that, you know, that them trending in the right direction.
We'll take one more question for Clayton, and we will end things with Joseph Duarte.
Clayton, how you feel as a team going into this bye week? You know, you guys are 5-1, first place in conference, much needed break as far as physically, and just how do you just feel like the team's playing going into the break?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited, feeling confident. You know, I thought we did a really good job of, you know, not looking forward to the bye week and finishing the work that we had in front of us. So I thought we did a really good job of that, and it's, you know, it's encouraging to see. I'm excited and confident as ever, you know, going forward, and I'm excited and ready to get going.
You think you physically getting this extra time now is exactly what you need just to come out, you know, for the second half as far as your hamstring goes?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be huge for my recovery, and you know, I plan on resting as much as I can and getting this thing as healthy as I can.
Thanks, Clayton.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Clayton. Congratulations. We'll be joined here momentarily by Logan Hall. All right, everyone, we're now joined by Logan Hall, and we will go ahead and lead things off with James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Logan, you guys as a defensive line call yourselves Sack Avenue, and tonight with the 8 sacks, how proud are you of just, you know, what y'all are able to accomplish, and what's been the key to, you know, being able to get this constant pressure on a quarterback like Pratt, who's so mobile and makes a lot of plays out of nothing, but y'all were able to get to him a bunch?
You know, I have no words. I believe it was 7 sacks, 8 sacks from the night. That's excellent. I think the key is counter rushing, you know, just being relentless with effort, and we did just that. So, you know, I'm happy.
We'll send it over to Rod Walker. Rod?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about Peyton Turner was here tonight. How pleased was he with the play of the defense tonight?
Say that one more time, please.
I said Peyton Turner was on the sideline watching this game tonight. He wasn't a Saint player, but how excited was he, you know, to watch the defense do what it did tonight?
Yeah, I think he was really excited. It was good to have him there. You know, he gave me some tips, coached me up a little bit. So it was nice having him there.
Thanks, Rod. We'll send it over to Joseph Duarte.
Logan, the play that DeAnthony Jones made there really kind of shifted the momentum. Can you kind of just talk about what that did for you guys for him to come up with a big sack and fumble recovery?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt individually so energized, and I know as a team we did as well. You know, I think that was kind of the play we needed, and that was just that.
He wasn't going to let go of that Sack Avenue sign when he was walking off the field. I mean, does it go to how does that go? Is it given to somebody who gets the most sacks in a game, or is it just you guys have it and hold up, you know?
Nah, so us as a unit, we collectively call ourselves Sack Ave. So, you know, whoever gets a sack, we hold up that Sack Avenue, you know, that's us, just letting the world know.
It was pretty populated tonight on that street.
Yeah, I would say so.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll keep it open here. We'll go ahead and send it over to James Mueller.
Yeah, Logan, looking at y'all's last 2 performances tonight and then against Tulsa last week, being able to just be dominant up front on the road, does that add anything, you know, doing it away from home and just going into other people's places and enforcing your will up front?
To be honest, I don't really think it matters if we're home or away. We are we're going to do the same thing every time. We're going to come with the same intensity, and it doesn't really make a difference.
Thanks, James. We'll keep it open if there's one more for Logan before we let him go. And we will wrap things up with Joseph Duarte.
Logan, going into the break, you're now in first place in the conference. How do you guys feel after one half of the football season going into this break and where you are position wise?
I think we feel great, but we still have a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of things to correct. So we're just going to keep our heads down and work. But being 5-1, that's huge. That's not something we've done in a long time since my freshman year. So, I'm happy with where we're at.
Got you. Thank you.
Logan, thanks so much for your time and congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, everyone, we are joined by Christian Trahan. As always, please use the raise your hand tool. We'll get things your direction. And we will go ahead and lead off with Joseph Duarte.
Christian, the resiliency of you guys there in the second half to stay with it, not the first time this year. I mean, you guys feel like that's sort of becoming y'all's identity, that you don't back down when you need to push ahead.
Yes, sir. It shows a lot of resiliency in our team, and what we've been preaching all week is just to go out and never quit, because we knew those guys were going to fight the whole time. We knew what we were getting ourselves into, so we just had to keep battling, and we knew we were the better team.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll send it over to James Mueller. James?
Yeah, Christian, can you just talk about Clayton and him battling through, not being 100% and just the performance he's been able to put up these past few weeks, especially tonight? And
yeah, man, he's a warrior. He's our leader, so everything he does, we're behind him, and we just ride behind him, and he makes the whole offense. And he understands that he's the key to us keeping on going. So we ride behind him. He's the leader.
We will send it over to Rod Walker. Rod?
Hey, Christian, how special are games like this when you get a chance to come back to your home state?
Yeah, it feels good to be back home, and especially to get my first touchdown back over here. But yeah, me and John, this was personal. Yeah.
Could you tell how excited Jeremy was for this game, being in his actual hometown?
Oh yeah, this touches home for him. Yeah, I saw he had a lot of family out there. It's good for him. I'm glad he had a good game. That was big for him.
We'll send it over to Joseph Duarte.
Christian, first, much needed bye week for you guys, sort of to maybe get some guys healthy, rested, but also on the flip side, how do you guys feel at this point of the season? You're halfway through, and you're in sole possession right now, first place.
Yeah, you just keep on rolling. We're taking things 1-0 every week. That's what we preach as we go in. Just 1-0, focus on the next opponent, and that's how we're going to take the rest of the season. Just 1-0.
You guys haven't been in this position in a while. With that mentality, do you also sort of? I mean, is it a different? How are you guys in the locker room? How are you in terms of, like I said, you haven't really been in this position in a while.
Just staying positive and preaching that we're supposed to be here, and we can be that team that's at the top, and just telling ourselves and believing in ourselves that we're the top team, and just go out there and play it and prove it to everybody, because we're underdogs in every game.
Your defense tonight, Christian, 8 sacks. You go against them in practice every day, but that kind of performance, I don't know if if they let you guys in on Sack Avenue any, or if that's an exclusive club.
Yeah, that's their thing, and we knew it from fall camp. That's the best defense that we're going to play all year, so that helped us with getting all ready for our offense. That's definitely the best defense that we played all year. They're incredible.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll keep it open if there's one more for Christian before we let him go.
Andrew, I did have, if no one else had one, just Christian, Clayton, from what Coach Holgorsen was saying, is sort of seeing things differently since the hamstring injury, where he's become more of a pocket passer. Have you seen that in terms of how he's staying back there and how he's sort of surveying the field and getting a lot more people involved in the passing game?
Yeah, Clayton's always got it in him. Clayton can do everything. He can run, he can pass, he can sit in the pocket, he can get out of there. So him standing in the pocket is just a tool that we're showing to the world. He's always been able to do that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, everyone, we are joined by Jeremy Singleton. So we will go ahead and open up for questions and send it to Rod Walker. Rod?
Can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations to you. But what was it like just to be back in New Orleans?
It was great. You know what I'm saying? Got to see a lot of people that usually can't make it to games in Houston. A lot of family, a lot of friends came out and supported.
You know how many people you had here?
About 25, 30.
What did it mean to you to have a big, I guess one of your best games, scoring 2 touchdowns? How special was that for you?
That was amazing. You know, the second touchdown was right in front of my mom. So, so I blew her a kiss after it. That's what I do it for. Come out here and do it for them. So it was great to, make some plays and get in the end zone in my city, my hometown.
Thanks, Rod. We'll send it over to Joseph Duarte.
Jeremy, Coach Holgorsen was saying that, there might have been some frustration on your part earlier in the season as you waited to get the opportunities. But these last 2 weeks, has it sort of showed that, you just, if you're patient and you wait your turn or you wait for the opportunities, that when you do get them, you can make the most of them?
Yeah, that's one thing that we preach in our receiver room is just making the most of our opportunities, especially when the ball comes. We got a saying like, don't get tackled. Like we get the ball, we try our best to stay up and make a play, get as many yards as we can. As far as just staying patient, I feel like that's life. You know what I'm saying? And football teaches you that. I was, a little frustrated, like Coach Hogue said, but I put my head down, just kept working and stay level-headed, stay peaceful, and just know that it's going to come one day.
I couldn't hear a minute ago because somebody's vacuuming up here, but I was wondering what did you say about the touchdown? You said it was in front of your mom. Did you do anything there, or did
I blew her a kiss.
She saw you, right?
Yeah, we looked dead in the eyes. We made eye contact, and I blew her a kiss.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll keep it open here for a couple questions for Jeremy before we let him go, if there are any. And we will go ahead and send it back over to Rod Walker. Rod?
Hey, Jeremy, did you ever play in this stadium in high school? Did y'all ever play it? You never did?
We never played here in high school.
So this is just your second time here?
Yeah. They started playing here the year after I graduated.
Okay. And what part of New Orleans did you actually grow up in?
I grew up in the Ninth Ward, Press Park. And then after the storm, we moved to New Orleans East.
Okay.
Thanks, Rod. We'll pass it back on to Joseph.
Jeremy, you've seen how the kind of the wide receiver room's been early on. Tank and Christian were getting a majority of the looks, but have you seen things sort of develop the last few weeks with yourself, Keyshawn, Jalen, Jake? Everybody sort of now making it where it's tough just to focus on one or two guys in y'all's passing game. There's a lot more options out there.
That's one thing that I just talked on when I said making the most of our opportunities. Our room, like I said, I told you we had a press conference earlier in the year, and I told you we got one of the best receiver groups in the country. And it's finally starting to show, everybody stepping up and making plays. I'm proud of everyone. Everyone's, on the right track, and we just got to keep going in that direction and keep inclining.
Keep it open for one more if there is for Jeremy. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for your time. We'll get this file your way,
Jeremy.
and we will visit with you all again soon.